Hello, hockey fans. Tonight begins the conference finals. It's game one in the East, but I want to talk one more time about round two, the division finals, and the four teams who got eliminated. Yes, I did this before in a video about the 8 teams that got eliminated in round one, and I've got links to each. I got links to stories on Vocal I've written about each team under the "What Went Wrong" banner. So each photo I show will have a link to a respective story. Check each of those four out when you can. So here is my postmortem, if you will, for the four teams who were ousted in round two. You know, it always baffles me why people put Vegas way up on the list of favorites, even higher than the Avs. I would never understand it. Yeah. They won the cup 2 years ago. Yeah, we know. We get it. But, well, for one, they beat Florida. Everybody beats Florida. And for number two, that cup is sandwiched by a lot of embarrassing losses. I'm not counting year one. That was a learning experience. Even that turned into a final appearance. Kudos. But what happened after that? They blew a 3-1 series lead and a 3-0 lead in Game 7 due to a stupid major penalty they committed, and it was a penalty, even though the league actually apologized for calling it on them. Seriously, where's the they only have so many apologies, but that's another story. And then that's followed by back-to-back losses in the third round. In 20, they lost to Dallas. In 21, they lost to a Canadiens team that wasn't supposed to win a single game in the playoffs. And of course, after that, they missed the playoffs entirely. Now, yes, after that year, the cup. After that year, they won the whole thing. But last year, they lost the first round after trying to skirt around the LTIR thing. This year, they lose to Edmonton and get shut out back-to-back games by a goalie with problems. You know, let's get one thing straight. Are the Vegas Golden Knights good? Yes. Should they be considered for another possible cup run? Yeah, but should they be favored ahead of teams like Colorado, Toronto, and Carolina? Hell no. Vegas is one of those teams that will not only find ways to lose, they will lose just anybody. So, yeah, be careful who you favor. Well, Capitals, all I have to ask is just one simple question. Was it worth it? Was it worth trying to work your asses off to get Ovi that record? Because from the looks of it, all I've seen is all that record did was get you a series win against the Montreal Canadiens team that was just happy to be there, and then when you ran into a team with actual expectations, crickets, a 5-game loss. I mean, where do you go from here? I know where Ovechkin's going. He's going to come back. He already announced it. Year 21 is going to happen. But, I don't know. I kind of think Washington's cup window might be a bit closed. But, yeah, like I said before, he got the record, but still, he has the one cup, and it looks like it's going to stay that way. This President's Trophy claims yet another victim. And regarding the Jets, it was half refs kissing up to Dallas. I mean, Dallas dove and still got power plays out of it, especially that one play where Dallas got a 4-minute power play, even though nobody touched that player. And it was part that and part Hellebuck being too Jekyll and Hyde for anybody's liking. Ironically, that game 6, Winnipeg on the road, that was Hellebuck's best playoff road game in a while, if not ever. He only gave up 2 goals, which is nothing. And of course that was an emotional night because Mark Scheifele was playing with a heavy heart after losing his father, and he does score the 1 goal for the Jets in that game. But even so, it's a second round exit, and the Jets need to figure things out because this is a good team. I think this team's good enough to win, but will they get over the hump? That's the question. Oh, I was really hoping this wouldn't be it, but The referees giving Florida games 3 and 4 and slightly 7, slightly played a factor, and now the Leafs are playing around with this what do we do now situation yet again, and everybody's saying get rid of the core, get rid of the core, or if they're not saying get rid of the entire core, they're saying break it up. You know, everybody's pointing the finger at Marner, even though he kicked ass in the series, throughout the entire playoffs. Actually, 13 points in 13 games. You don't get rid of that. You know, and they want to. People want Tavares out. I don't know why. Really, the only member of that core that should be expendable is Nylander, because he's not as good as the other three. But But here's the thing: that core needs to stay together. They were 1 win away from the Final Four. Okay, breaking up that core would be a bad idea. Hell, just getting rid of Marner would be a bad idea. Yet Leafs fans want him gone. Do Leafs fans not know what happens every time they get rid of a borderline franchise player? They got rid of Larry Murphy, one back-to-back comes to Detroit. Got rid of Phil Kessel, one back-to-back comes in Pittsburgh, and won a third in Vegas. Got traded Kadri to us, won a cup with us. You would think they would learn from that, but no, they want to repeat this cycle. They want the Leafs to actually get rid of Mitch Marner. Watch them win a cup elsewhere if they do. It'll happen. It always does. They need to keep that core together. That's the best core in the league. And see if they can build more off it. Honestly, I think the coach should be fired. Berube's not that good of a coach. Don't give me that. Well, 2019, yeah, it was more the players than him. But Shanahan, yeah, he's gone. He's definitely. They have to get. He has to be gone after this. He has to be. What other choice is there? And that is my postmortem for the four teams who were eliminated in round 2. You saw all the links, all 4 of the links. Those are links to my stories about the Golden Knights, the Capitals, the Jets, and the Maple Leafs. They're all those are links to my stories about those teams on Vocal. Check them all out if you can. But for now, if you like this video, click the like button. If you're on YouTube, click subscribe if you want more. If you're on TikTok and Instagram, feel free to hit that follow button. And later tonight, I will recap Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Final.